We've all been there, right? That feeling of just being completely burned out. We usually blame the big stuff, that insane project at work, a demanding boss. But what if the real problem isn't some huge explosion, but more like a slow leak? A bunch of tiny hidden habits just draining your energy drop by drop. So today, let's find those leaks.
Yeah, we're all kind of trained to look for that one big, obvious villain. The giant project, the tough relationship. And look, those things definitely take a toll. But more often than not, they're just a distraction from what's really going on under the surface.
Because the real culprit, the thing that leaves us running on empty, is usually a handful of small, seemingly innocent habits. They're like these tiny, silent leaks in your energy tank. You don't notice one drop, but over time, you're completely drained. So let's go plug these leaks, starting with the 5 biggest offenders.
First up, we've got the trap of small decisions. This is something we all do probably hundreds of times a day, and we don't even realize the toll it's taking. Think about it like this. Every morning, your brain wakes up with, let's say, 100 units of decision-making energy. Every time you debate what to wear, or what to eat for breakfast, or which email to answer first, you're spending that precious energy on stuff that honestly doesn't really matter.
So the fix here is actually really simple and honestly kind of a superpower. Just automate it. Create routines for all the little things. Lay out your clothes the night before. Decide you're going to eat the same healthy breakfast every weekday. By putting these little choices on autopilot, you save your best brain power for the decisions that can actually change your life.
Okay, next up is a habit that feels like a break, but trust me, it's anything but. I am talking about the deceptive scroll.
You know the feeling? Ugh, I'm so fried, I'm just gonna check Instagram for 5 minutes to unwind. The thing is, your brain doesn't see it that way at all. It's not resting. It's getting hit with a fire hose of information, images, and other people's opinions. That constant processing leads straight to mental fatigue, even when you think you're kicking back and relaxing. Now, the solution isn't to just throw your phone in the ocean. It's about taking back control. Instead of letting it be this constant random drain, set a boundary. Decide you'll only check it at lunch or for 10 minutes right after work. It's such a simple shift, but it turns a constant energy leak into something you actually control.
All right, our third hidden drain. This one's an emotional one, and it's a really tough one for a lot of us. It's the incredibly high price we pay for saying yes when every fiber of our being is screaming no.
See, every single time you say yes out of guilt or because you feel obligated, you're not just agreeing to do something. You're opening up a brand new tab in your brain's browser. And that tab stays open, sucking up your mental and emotional energy until the task is done. A few too many of those tabs, and your whole system just starts to lag and crash. The key here is learning the power of the soft boundary. You don't always have to give a hard no. A simple, almost magical phrase like, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you," gives you the space to breathe and actually see if you have the bandwidth without all that immediate pressure. It's a total game changer for protecting your energy. Okay, so let's shift gears from the emotional to the physical. Although, as you're about to see, they are deeply, deeply connected. Our fourth hidden drain is the tension you're carrying around in your body all day.
Just think about it for a second. When you get stressed or you're really concentrating, what happens to your body? You might not even notice it, but that unconscious clenching is like keeping a muscle flexed all day long. It is absolutely exhausting, and it just siphons away your physical energy without you even moving a single inch.
So the trick is to make this unconscious habit conscious. You could set a reminder on your phone or, hey, let's just do it right now. Wherever you are, deliberately drop your shoulders away from your ears. Unclench your jaw. Take one deep breath. Just making this a regular check-in can release a shocking amount of trapped energy. And this tension, it almost always hides in the exact same places. You can think of them as your personal stress hotspots. For so many of us, it's our shoulders creeping up towards our ears, or our jaw being clamped shut, or that classic knot that sits right in your neck. Pay attention to your hotspots. Knowing where to look is the first step to finally letting that tension go. And that brings us to our fifth and final habit. This one is a big one. It's a lie that's been sold to us by hustle culture, the myth of nonstop work. Your brain is not a computer that can just run forever. It's much more like a muscle. And if you push it for hours and hours without any rest, you don't get more productive, you just get cognitive burnout. You start making more mistakes, your creativity tanks, and suddenly everything takes twice as long. You end up working harder, but not smarter. And this leads us to a truth that feels, well, kind of backward. The fix for feeling unproductive isn't to work more, it's to take more breaks. I'm not talking about long vacations, but short, regular micro breaks that let your brain hit the reset button so your focus can come back sharp.
Just look at this number. 2 minutes. That's it. That's all it takes. Every hour, just get up, stretch, look out a window, take a few deep breaths. It is such a tiny investment for a massive, massive return in sustained energy and focus all day long.
And that really is the crucial point here, isn't it? None of these things, agonizing over what's for lunch, a quick scroll on your phone, saying a reluctant yes, none of it feels like a big deal in the moment. But their power is that they add up. Together, they create that constant, quiet drain that leads you straight to burnout.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a little challenge. Don't try to fix all of this at once. That's overwhelming. Just pick one. Which one of these little energy leaks can you plug starting this week? Because getting your energy back doesn't start with some massive life overhaul. It starts with one small intentional change. So, which one will yours be?